Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about food security in the Sahel. Yes, I'll put together a few videos about what Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali are doing about food security. We know that the person that feeds you controls you, and this is what these three countries are trying to avoid. The weather might not favor them, but they are working hard to do their best and also to educate the people to consume what they plant themselves and limit importation of food. This is what they are doing, families. I will be back. Thank you for your time.
Produced on the bed of the river Niger and in certain irrigated areas will be reserved exclusively for Nigerians. The Consumer Rights Association AES-Burkina has for years been monitoring the way in which the local roux was exchanged for bags of fertilizer. Every year after Brazilian production. Producers? Sign of the contracts? With merchants. Some merchants and most merchants are not digested merchants. The needs of neighboring countries. They sing 2 fertilizers and a return. He gives back in terms of rice. What was taken? Worse still, they buy most of the production. So if we let things be, I think, at the risk of a lot of stock for lack of anything better, Niger producers deal with traders from neighboring countries. If you produce what you produce and it's not consumed in your country, which means that even how you produce it, the population doesn't need the people who produce it, so really, adding it up is a good decision. And to be fed up, it wasn't that we wanted to sell Notori to the outside world, but it was the marketing that was lacking. From now on, Roux du Niger will buy rice from producers and market it locally, with a distribution capacity of 170 tons per day. And they've realized that the hassle of having to take their goods to neighboring countries, and all that, has put a strain on their income. Whereas here, they know that from one day to the next, as soon as the letter of vehicle is signed, they are paid directly for the gold. The price of a bag of local rice remains unbeatable, according to the Consumer Rights Association AES-Burkina. We are currently seeing 50 kilos of rice. 33 to 23,000 francs. Its equivalent in terms of imported rice will cost around 1,000 so if we don't take action. But the risk is that it will go out and come back even more expensive. To boost local production, in March 2024 the Nigerian government launched a large-scale irrigation program involving the rehabilitation of 20,000 hectares, with an estimated budget of 40 billion CFA francs. Pending the effectiveness of the large-scale irrigation program, the country has to import the equivalent of 120 billion CFA francs worth of rice a year. To satisfy the doubling of local consumption, Burkina Faso's executive intends to devote 5,000 hectares to seed or wheat production during the 2024-2025 dry farming season. The information was made public on October 23 in the Council of Ministers, Burkinabe authorities show. The measure will support local wheat production this crop year. What it's all about? To increase agro-pastoral productivity in Burkina using sustainable intra-agricultural supply strategies. According to the Burkinabe authorities, this initiative should help improve local seed supply. According to data compiled by the Institut National de la Statistique et de la Démographie, the country procured 170,000 tons of wheat and 1,360 tons of flour. Of wheat on the international market in 2023. In 2023, the bill associated with these purchases amounted to nearly 67 billion CFA francs. That same year, to satisfy local demand, Burkina Faso still imported almost all its wheat requirements. The production of over 53,100 tons of cereals if we reach this production target. We're going to cover 120% of cereal needs as part of its program to boost local wheat production. The Burkinabe government aims to increase the cereal harvest to 6,500 tons by 2025. After the center region, the caravan called PACT marks the stage of the center region as PACT, named after a project on agriculture, and UFUN 2024 takes media men to the agricultural production area of Ba Gray. On this site, as on others, the caravan's mission is to accompany producers in their efforts to add value to the various production sectors. It's 9 a.m. at the Jesus Sane unit on Rue de Baguère. Uduba plus the machines are already up and running. A mini rice factory donated by the PACT Contract Farming and Ecological Transition Project. Here, production capacity is 90 tons a day and all the machines are in permanent operation. We also had a solar power plant. 96 kilowatt Crete, and we also had a 521 square meters Cessage Air. This will enable us to optimize our production. It will also enable us to be even more visible on the market. The cooperatives of low-cost agricultural producers are the first to benefit from contract farming. The PACT concentrates its support on training in rice production, associative life, and support for agricultural equipment. We work in our own way, but we don't earn much. Our yields were very low, 2.5 tons per hectare. But right now, with the support and then the training in the field, with the equipment, the tractors has so little, 4.5 tons, even 5 tons times. Especially with the application of pellet booklets at the same store. Including what benefits from the support of the PACT at low cost, the unit processing meal called Kakuma saw as an investment. There's also the structure leading to the company, which has been completely refurbished, and the extension to the administrative building. And solar pumped forage. A lot has been achieved in the framework of this project, not only in the blood of capacity building of the unit but also in the sense of capacity building of the staff itself, so we have supported and benefited from 2 studies, mainly studies on business strategy. And there's also a study on rice husks, the rice husks you see behind the mills. We've carried out a study to find out how to process these rice husks. Here we are on the Guizikol Plain operated by the Kunatsu Union of Bagura rice producers. Gone are the old ways. The intensive viticulture system now in place enables producers to increase their yields and satisfy the demand of their buyer, Kopma Sa Henri Paddy. Today, as soon as we start cultivating, we already know how much we're going to sell a kilogram of rice for. So the price is known in advance and we have nothing to worry about. What's more, our main buyer has a large order with the government, and we're here to meet demand. The PACT's intervention has boosted activities for all beneficiaries in the Baguette commune, with a wish for a second phase for more results.
Thank you, families. Thank you so much for your time. I return you my new ones, those who are passing by. Thank you. I always like to share good news when I see it. It is possible that if Africa can feed itself if we work towards it. Those tractors, those lorries, they are working hard. Irrigation system, they are doing all they can. Hopefully, it won't be long. We will see the big picture. Yes, we will see the big picture. As you can tell, in Niger, the man was saying that they have to pay other people or buy fertilizer for them. I'm sure nowadays they are not doing that anymore. Yes, so thank God they are working so close to make things possible for the farmers. Once the farmers are satisfied, the factories will be satisfied and the people will be satisfied. The aim is to make food cheaper for the people as well. Because if it's not cheap, then they will import the cheaper ones, which is the quality might not be good as well. Thank you, family. This is another news I want to share with you. Credit to CGTN and also Faso-Niger ORTM as well. Thank you. I will see you soon. Bye bye.